Okay, so this is morning movement and meditation practice with me, Ashley. And sometimes I read affirmation cards, sometimes I read quotes and such. And for this next series of videos, I am reading from this book. It's called Peace In and Peace Out. At the beginning of our practice, I read from the Peace In section. And at the end of our practice, I tell you how we can bring peace out into the world. So you can start seated or standing. We'll get standing in a moment. But today, our theme, our way we can bring peace inside of us and enjoy our lives a little more. Today, it's about spending time in our childhood. So think about what you loved before you turned into an adult. Did you like to take things apart, paint, dream of flying, perhaps perform, or teach a class filled with neighborhood kids? So today we're excavating a little and seeing where you put that part of yourself. See if you can find a place that part of you in your grown-up life. It might be a hobby, it might be a career change. Wow, career change. It might be writing a book on peace, or it might be yoga. So bringing out your inner child. So let's do that today. So we do start standing. We've got our 10 minutes of sort of stretching movement, 10 minutes of yoga-ish type poses, and then 10-ish minutes of meditation. So bringing out the inner child, make sure if you want to dance, you can dance. If you want to put on some music, you can put on some music. Turn the toes out slightly, wide legs, bend the knees. And we'll actually just start soft with our breath. So we take the hands and draw them up to the shoulders. Elbows stay down. It's a Tai Chi style of breath and movement. Exhale, hands come down towards the thighs. We do that a few more times. Breathe it in through the nose. Big deep breaths. Exhale out through the nose. And making these breaths deeper than we've breathed yet today. A couple more. You can close the eyes if you'd like to. Feel grounded in the toes, soft bend in the knees, so feel bouncy. And that will be our last deep breath with our hands moving up and down. Just rest your hands by your side and take your chin down to your chest. Rock your head side to side to the right ear, right shoulder, and make a half circle left ear, left shoulder. And going back and forth, or full rotations if it feels okay for you. One of my favorite sort of activities to help me come back to my childhood is to listen to music I used to listen to when I was, in both elementary school and high school. There's some feeling you get when you listen to music from the past. Good, bring your head up. So I encourage you to try that today. And then big shoulder rolls. So gaze is forward, big shoulder rolls, just taking those shoulders forward, kind of like a cat pose, and then back and around, kind of like a cow pose, that arch in the round. So you can exaggerate it. And then switch directions, shoulders back first, up and around. And one more time, good. We'll bring it down. We're gonna add some, keep going down the body. So make fists with your hands, both hands, and the arms come in and around. And it can be fast or slow. See what that feels like. I know for me, there's always some shoulder noise going on. And then switch directions. And you can do this on your own too. Just, you can pick a number of rotations, like 10 arm rotations, or you can say 30 seconds. Try to get all the way across the body. And we'll bring the arms down. That's that. We're moving down a little bit more now to our waist. Keep the knees bent. Hands on the hips and then just off the hips as you rotate forward and back, shoulders and elbows for waist twists. And I woke up pretty stiff this morning, and part of it's my lower back, and I just realized what that was from. I took it back to my childhood a little bit 2 days ago, and I was on a giant slip and slide down a hill. It was amazing, but I'm still sore. So sometimes I take it slower. Feeling good, take it faster. Keep the breath sort of deep and fluid though, not connected with that movement. And then from these waist twists, we move to something called Tibetan body pounding. It's also just sort of giving yourself taps with your hands. So you make fists with your hands and you sway a little bit, making taps, vibrations on your kidneys and right above your chest, lymph nodes, swaying. So now the hips can get loose. And we release that. We're going to stay in this wide stance for one more movement. We take those arms open wide, press the elbows and hands back, take a deep breath in. Exhale, press one hand down, other hand comes across, straighten the legs and lengthen out. So side bend. Inhale up. Exhale, press to the side. Inhale up. We'll do two more. Exhale to the side. Like a strong, full exhale, every ounce of air out. Feel that core strength. Inhale, release it. Exhale, side bend. And as you bring both arms up, step together. And float the hands down the center of the body. Okay, last thing we're doing before we get to some sun salutations. Step one foot back. Knee comes up. Use your core to lift. Just the knee. It's a knee, high knee. Turns into a high kick. Flex foot, pointed toes. It doesn't matter. Avoiding leaning back to get the knee up. A little crunch at the top. And if you're ready for it, straight leg. Or it could be like a half straight leg. Falling over. Okay. Switch sides. Start with a knee. You go straight forward. And when you look up, your leg tends to follow. And that's anything in life. If where you look, you tend to go. What you focus on, you attract. So we can do straight leg, look up, attract that leg to get higher, but don't fall over. It's not fun. And whoop, and we bring it down. That's our 10 minutes of morning, like just a warm up. It's a great thing to do before a workout, just sort of in the middle of the day or right away in the morning. You can come down to a meditation from here, but we add on to have 30 minutes in our practice. So we do sun salutations. Sun salutations are some simple standing poses to get our muscles going and our body awake. So come to the top of the mat. Keep your feet about hip distance. It's just better for balance at this time of day. Palms forward, shoulders back, mountain pose. Take a deep breath in, and that letting go, releasing exhale. Open those arms, reach up, connect your hands at the top. Maybe even look up, add a little back bend here, just a little one. Inhale, so you're reaching high. Exhale, open the arms, diving down, bend in the knees a little bit as you fold forward. Again, you might feel the tightness, the stiffness. It takes some time to work out, not long, just a little time. Take the hands onto the shins, press into them, lift up halfway. And then plant those hands down, walk the feet back. Walk the feet back, a long journey back. Shift your upper body forward so you're in plank pose, the strong pose. I'm gonna pause here. Feet hip distance, maybe a little wider. Press into the hands so you lift through the middle part of the shoulders. And at any time, you can always take the knees down. I tend to do that for at least the first one. Elbows point to the back. Shift forward a little as you send your heart forward, bend the elbows. Press the heart forward as your shoulders roll back. Up dog. And then look down. Tuck the toes under. Hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal the feet. Bend one knee at a time. And then walk those feet forward to the top of the mat. A few steps to get there. Again, lifting halfway, strengthen through that lower back, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Feet still about hip distance. Look forward, open those arms and rise up. Little back bend. And then hands down to your heart just to sink it in. And we'll do Sun Salutation A once more. Inhale, reach up. Maybe try to connect it more with that breath. Exhale, hold it here, press the thumbs back, back bend, hips forward. Inhale, rise straight up. Exhale, open the arms, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Hands can be on the floor, the shins. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Take a single breath in as you shift your body weight forward. Knees can come down or stay up. Exhale, lower down. Chaturanga it's called. Inhale, pressing that heart forward, knees lifted or lowered. Exhale, downward dog. Hips up and back. Heels towards the floor. 2 breaths. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step, if you're ready to, hop forward. Little hop. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up tall, open those arms, look forward, reach up. And then bring your hands down. And we'll do a variation of Sun Salutation B. Next step. Feet again, check in, their hip distance. Bent knees, sit back, reach up, big circle of the arms. Forward fold, exhale, hands come down and forward. Half lift. Step back to plank pose. Try this again. Shift forward. Little tricep push-up. Exhale. Back bend or heart opener as you inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. And from there, take that right leg up behind you. Bend the knee. And we'll step forward between the hands. So lift that left heel. Draw the knee forward. Flex that right foot, step between the hands. Rise up for a crescent lunge, reach up. So the back heel's lifted for now. Sink into this, the shoulders soft, hips down. Then open, and you might look opposite of me, that's okay. One hand forward, other hand back. Back heel spins to the floor for warrior 2. Shoulders are soft, gaze over that front finger. Flip the right palm, reverse warrior, reach up, reach back. Left hand down the back leg. And back to warrior 2. Take your elbow to your thigh. Maybe sink into it a little more. Reach straight up as you open that top shoulder. Reach up. And reach, extend it forward, palm facing down. And then lift back up, warrior 2. There we go. Well, back hand goes down and around. Back heel picks up, crescent lunge. One inhale, exhale to the ground, step back, plank pose. Take an inhale, shift forward, exhale, lower down. You can always skip this push-up too, no big deal. Up dog, inhale, and downward dog, exhale. We get to do the other side. There we go. Lift the left leg. Bend the knee. Lift the right heel. Draw that knee forward to your nose, shifting forward into the hands. Flex the foot, look forward, step between the hands. Get those hips down, lower than the shoulders. We rise up. Crescent lunge. Ooh. Balance. Trying to get the top front thigh parallel to the floor. And then open up. One hand forward, other hand back. Hips open, back heel spins down. I know you're looking at the back of me, but focus on your gaze instead in front of if you're same side as me, it's the left fingers. Otherwise, it's the fingers of the front leg. Flip that left palm or front palm, reverse warrior. Reach straight up, a little bit back, soft on that right hand on the back leg. Back to warrior two, take an inhale. Exhale, go elbow to thigh. Roll that top shoulder up and open, reach straight up. Bend a little deeper and extend that top arm forward, palm facing the ground. And we lift back up to warrior two. Good. Back hand comes down and around. Pick up the back heel. Hands to the floor. Low lunge. Press into the hands, step back. Plank pose. Strong and deep inhale. Shifting on the toes or taking the knees. Exhale, lower down slowly. It's a good one to slow down. It's chaturanga, right? Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. From this down dog, take the knees down. Walk the hands back so they're underneath the shoulders. Knees under hips. And go cat and cow pose. So arch the back, look up. Round the back and look down. Hug the chin to chest. And we do that a few times. And if there's any other movement here where you would like to go side to side or make circles with the hips. I mean, if you're bringing out your inner child, you can make animal sounds, moo and meow and whatever else, woof woof. Kids love that kind of stuff. All right, we're gonna stay on the knees and lift upright. Before we get seated in our meditation, we've just got one more movement that personally I feel like it would be wonderful. It's a dancing camel pose. So your knees and feet are hip distance. Take one hand back towards a heel or your hip or your waist. Other hand reaches up. Lean back a little, but try to get those hips forward. So it's more like a side bend than a back bend. And we do a nice circle as your hips come down. You hinge in the hips and hinge in the waist. And rock it around. I don't know why, but this is one of my favorite movements, especially for morning practice. So this nice back and forth dancing camel, right? And take it slow. So I'm moving extra slow today. So a lot of people complain about their back being sore, and part of that is weakness in our back, because when it's sore, we tend to avoid whatever might strengthen it or hurt it or make it more sore. So if we strengthen our core, that wraps all the way around our spine, we will live a longer, healthier, happier life. Now I just feel better. So discomfort's okay, pain not so much. All right, let's come out of that. When you finish your last one, simply take the hands down, cross the legs, and sit back. So sitting in our meditation pose, whatever that is for you, a comfortable seated position, could be sitting on the floor, a chair, or on some props like a pillow or a cushion. So wherever that is, sit tall, take your hands and flip them up, palms face up, shoulders back and down, eyes can be closed or looking down. And in today's meditation, it's going to be a bit of a visualization. We're going to come back to thinking about what it was, our piece in, what it was we loved about our childhood. So spend some time there. What did you love to do before you turned into an adult? Take these next few minutes just to remember specifically the joyful points and what you really enjoyed. So tap into the inner 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old and remember what was amazing and what was so much fun. And we'll be a few minutes here. You can even just smile and enjoy. All right, start to find some awareness back into your fingers. Take a deeper breath. You can even blink your eyes open to come back to your seated pose. And this is where I share with you how we are going to bring our piece, our theme, throughout the day. So how we bring this out to the world. So today, put away the usual topics of conversation and ask someone else about the dreams they had as a child. If your experience is anything common, you'll see an adult transform into a 7-year-old in no time. So encourage them to reconnect with their childlike spirit, and the world can look pretty magical, again, from a 7-year-old's perspective. So that's what our topic is today. Bring out your inner child and ask someone else about their childhood. It's just a fun way to bring back some great memories. So let's take our hands and reach up, take a big breath in, and the hands come down to your hearts. Keep them there. Let's take one more breath. Hands to heart center, inhale, and let it go. Good, thank you so much. And I hope to see you again very soon. Namaste.